All right, let's check this clip out.
I'm gonna blow your mind. This is my face with a ring light and the bold glamour filter. This is my face with a softer filter and a ring light. No ring light. Oops, just kidding. No ring light. No filter. And then this is my face in real life and with the allergic reaction and hives that I am having everywhere. So, yeah. I'm gonna blow your mind. This is my face with a ring light and the bold.
That is and this is first of all, okay? Like one video, she's about, let's say, a good seven, maybe 7.5, maybe an 8, right? Maybe even an 8. Now in real life, she's like a 5, average. Cool, nothing bad about that. But you see the drastic change. You see the change that filters, lighting, makeup can do. It can do a lot. A lot, a lot. But I also want to say this, that I saw a comment, right? It says, real life is still gorgeous, but thank you. No, it's not. Real life is not gorgeous. You like this is the insanity. So you're saying like a pimply pimply boy looks gorgeous? This is the insanity that we do, right? This is why this is the problem. I've said this, that women are giving out free validation. They're creating a generation of egotistical women, narcissistic women. Gorgeous? Gorgeous. No, she's not. She's not gorgeous. I'm sorry. That is not gorgeous. That is insane to think that how she looks real life is gorgeous. Are you dating her? Is she so gorgeous you want to date her? No, you don't. Like, it's insane that we need to give out the free validation. Saying you're average is perfectly fine. You're average. You're normal. Great. Cool. Okay. But like women needing to give out like validation, free validation is absolutely insane to me. Absolutely insane to me. But you say what, you wonder why men say, "Oh, we don't want you with the, all the makeup, all the surgery, all the whatever, right? Filters, all these shit, the fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake whatever." Because at the end of the day, okay, this is what you're waking up to. This is what you're waking up to every day. This you may get once in a blue moon or once whenever you take her out on a date. That is it. Once you go home, she'll look like the other. She'll look like the other one. 90% of the time. 90% of the time, she looks like that. So this is what you gotta know, like, oh, this is what I'm attracted to. Because this is what I get 90% of the time. This, I may get 10% of the time when we go to do something special. She's not dressing like this, looking like this 90% of the time. She's not doing like looking like this when she's walking around the house. This is insane. Okay, and this is why men say, yeah, does men like the one that's dolled up? Yes. But again, it's not what men are getting every day. They're not getting that every day. So they'd rather have you. This is a thing where I don't understand sometimes with women. When you want a man to be attracted to you naturally, how you are 90% of the time, no. This is what they want men to be attracted to, and then get the other woman 90% of the time. This is music on, so I'm definitely not playing it. But she looks average. This like she just there was a 5, 6 to like an 8. Right? This is like she's okay. She's a cute, not bad. Okay, just went to like an 8. That is the insanity. That is the insanity. Okay, I wanted to check this clip out.
This girl is everywhere on my TikTok right now, and I want to talk about her. So she was in a relationship with this guy. She's 21, he's 24. His name is Yoon. Her name is Nyum Laila. Also, my Vietnamese is not perfect, so if anything got lost in translation, sorry. From my understanding, the guy makes around $1,000 each month. That is not a bad salary in Vietnam. That's around 30 million Vietnamese dong. And it seems every single thing that they ever talked about was money. Every single day. It was never like, I love you, I care about you, are you okay, how are you doing, blah blah blah. Every day she would just be talking about something new that she wanted, and that he had to send her money. For example, she goes to college and he paid for her tuition. Apparently she wanted a new iPhone, she wanted the iPhone 16, she wanted a new camera, and she also wanted a motorcycle. From my 2-second research, that motorcycle costs around $4,000. He did suggest another motorcycle, but she did not want that one because it was not cool enough, it was not good enough. And whenever he said that he didn't have the money or that he's getting paid soon, she would either tell him to go get a loan to pay for her expenses, ask his parents, or she would break up with him. Like, she would just threaten him, like, okay, then let's break up. She would be kind of sweet to him until he couldn't afford something, and she would just do a 180. She would tell him, it's so hard loving you, like, I can't be with you, blah blah blah. And it got to a point where he couldn't afford paying for everything that she wanted anymore. These are some of their last messages to each other. Here she says, if I myself tomorrow, it's your fault. And he says, don't worry, tomorrow I will myself before you. She replies, this life is so effing hard. Your life is so hard, yeah. And then he basically says, you can come with me if you want, but if you don't, live a healthy life. Unfortunately, he did take his life, and this girl doesn't seem remorseful at all. After he passed away, she did not visit him. She did not, send her condolences, anything like that. And apparently she spread rumors that the reason that he himself was because of his family, and that his family was putting pressure on him. But of course, his family found the text messages between the two of them. Voice recordings have also been released, and in the voice recordings, you can basically hear the guy's family yelling at the girl, like, how can you be this evil? How could you do this to him? Like, everything you ever talked about was money. At one point, she screams back, she's like, so tell me then! So tell me then!
This is the problem, I say, right? We showed the first clip, is that we don't understand. One of the things why I wanted to create this channel is to help men not pedestalize women. Stop putting women on a pedestal, right? Stop making women your world. Stop making women that they're the goddesses, they're the queens, they're angels, they are amazing. Stop it with that shit. They are humans. They are humans just like you and me. Stop making them out to be something special, something unique. They're flowers, they're diamonds, they're dainty. Stop it with that shit. Because when you make women your world, right? When you put women on a pedestal, make them like everything, that's what happens. The obsession. The viewing that, oh, she's worth more than your own life. She's worth more than your own life. When honestly, what has she proven? This is the problem where men are, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I put her on a pedestal. I will give my life to her. Do you even know her? What has she done to earn this level of love? Nothing. She has done nothing. That is the insanity. That's the mindset of so many men, where we need to break out of that fucking shit. Stop it with that shit.
Or like, oh, I'll just hi then. Anyways, the latest update that I have is that his family wants to sue her, but I don't know if they did it yet. The case is still ongoing. Ugh. No words. This girl is everywhere on my TikTok.
This is just showing the pictures of it. It's sad. It's sad that we need to stop being. This is the thing where a lot of men have no self-respect. They don't care for themselves. They don't love themselves. They don't care for themselves. They have no self-respect. They're doormats. They're spineless. Honestly, it's I don't know. It's a detriment. It's a detriment to a lot of men. So sad. All right, let's check this clip out.
Yesterday I saw a video, and it was this lesbian who went on a date with a girl. They went to the beach, and some random man comes up to them and starts whipping out his penis and stroking it in front of them, and like chases them, and they run back to her car. And I saw that video and I was so like heartbroken, right? So just imagine my fucking surprise when today, of all fucking days, I'm walking my ass to class and I don't look any different than how I normally do. Some man drives his car up really close to me and unwinds down his window, thinking he's just getting some air. I look over again, I do a double take. He has his cock pulled out and he is stroking it and looking at me suggestively, and I start screaming immediately. I start shouting, I start hollering, I start taking pictures of his car and his license plate because I don't know what I think I can do.
Post it. Post it. Why don't you post it? Weren't you this is a thing where we live in a society that we live in a world where there are good and bad people. There are good and bad people. There are good and bad women. There are good and bad men. There are good and bad black people. There are good and bad white people. There are good and bad people in every single demographic. Good and bad people in every single group. That's reality. That's the real world. Do you think that you're living in a world where there's no bad people? It's like, I hate this thing. It's not all men, but it's always a man. Always a man to what? Whip out his penis to you? How? It's like, I think that's statistically a low average, right? And okay, would women whip it out to you? Yeah, a man would whip. I mean, men whip it out because it will only be a man that will whip it out. But it's like, again, this narrative that it's not all men, but it's always a man. Okay, how about it's always a bad person? It's always a bad person doing bad things, doing disgusting things, doing immoral things. It's like, why put it to a gender? This is like, imagine that was switched up, right? If you don't see this as sexist, it's not all black people, but it's always a black person, right? And this person hypothetically was talking about someone stealing from them. I've gotten things stolen from me, right? I've gotten mugged before. I've gotten mugged before. Imagine that. I got mugged before, and I make this video. Oh my God. I just watched a video of someone said that, a black person mugged them. But you know what? Imagine what happened to me today. I was walking around and, a black person mugged me. Not all black people, but, it's always a black person. Imagine if I do that. Would that not be called racist? It's like, seriously, bad people are just bad people. Stop distinguishing between what their sex is, what their race is, what their gender is, what their orientation is. Stop it with that bullshit. It was a bad person.
But that is so not fucking okay. And the fact that men feel like they can just take advantage and just... I'm so pissed off right now. I wish all men could just die.
You wish all men could just die. This is the thing where I'm not saying that what happened to you wasn't, terrible, was disgusting. Yeah. One, I say post it. You said you took all these pictures, right? Post it. Because here's the thing. I'm not saying if you're lying or not. Maybe you're telling the truth, right? You're telling the truth. But in today's day and age where everyone has a phone, post it. You say you took pictures of it. Post him. Right? Post him. And here's the thing, right? Mindset that, okay, because a man did you wrong, right? Did you wrong. You wish death upon men. This is what I said, where if women were men, they'd be essentially incel. So imagine an incel, right? Imagine these men saying, "Oh, these women did him wrong, did them wrong." Could you now what sympathize with his hate towards women because women did him wrong, women did them wrong? Could now okay since these men want to wish bad upon women, you sympathize with that then? You sympathize with that now? Yeah, this is the insanity of women. Again, I don't say what happened to her was it a bad thing? It was, but again, one, post it. Two, wishing death upon all men because of one man did you wrong, did you dirty, is absolutely disgusting. Because you better be able to sympathize with that same energy if it was reversed. Like I said, if one black person did me wrong, is it okay for me to wish death upon all black people? If one woman did me wrong, is it okay for me to wish death upon all women? Is that logical? Is that sane? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting with these people. All right, let's check this clip out.
Kind of tragic and comical to me how you can have an incredible night out with some guy that you meet out at the bar. You can exchange numbers, you can kiss, it's super romantic, and like you seem like you're really getting along, and then you can just never speak to him ever again. Like you just never hear from him. What else do they want? I mean, it's like what I don't invite you up to my apartment on the first meeting, and it's like, okay, bye, never gonna hear from you again. Did our shared playlists and you putting songs in my phone mean nothing to you? Okay. Kind of tragic.
It's like a lot of women don't understand the type of men they're into. I think a lot of women don't realize that they are into the players and bad boys. They're into the men that don't matter. Like you go into a bar, you're making out with a man at the bar. You're making out with a man at the bar. And you think an amazing star-crossed lover type relationships would come out of it. He don't care. It's a notch on his belt. Now, if he couldn't have sex with you, cool. He got to make out with you, and he got a number. There are plenty of men that, you know what, a phone number is still a notch on his belt. Right? He got his number. I've seen some men who say, you know what, they're just going out to just get numbers, for the hell of it, right? They have really, I mean, no necessarily plan or desire to actually have a relationship or anything, just to get numbers for the, I don't know, validation, right? The ego boost. Particularly, you go into a bar. It's like women think that they should be meeting men at bars and clubs. A lot of these men either want hookups or just for free validation. Because in all honesty, you think about this. The players and bad boys, okay? The pookies, they don't necessarily get the free validation that women get online, right? None of these men are necessarily get like, oh, women drooling over them online. But a way for them to get the validation that a lot of women do crave, a lot of women get plenty of. Well, a lot of these men get it in the real world, right? Either, making out with somebody, getting somebody's number, even getting a chance to have sex with them. This is how those types of men get their free validation. Yeah. So again, a lot of women don't understand that, they don't realize they're talking to players. They're talking to the bad boys, the pookies, the Chads and Tyrones. They don't realize it. They're talking to the men that, you know what? You're just a game to be played. And women don't realize that they are attracted to these types of men. Good that, I guess good that she's holding herself back a bit, but making out with a man you just met is, one step closer to it. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of tonight? What do you think of the videos? All right. That's it for tonight, my brothers.